to KCYT 97 FM The City. Tonight's podcast with Rock and Rudy on the Scene Live. And now, Rock and Rudy.
Hey Valley, how you doing out there? Always having a great time right here on 97.7 FM The City. Rock and Rudy on the Scene Live with the one and only, the man himself, running all over the Valley. From here to there to here. Let me tell you,
6 kids.
Six
Up since
kids.
6 this morning.
When did you have time for that, Mr. Paul McGee? All right. Woo!
How you doing, Rock and Rudy?
Oh, I am doing great, and I want to thank you so much for taking this little opportunity to stop and take a breather. And the last time I tried calling him, he goes, "Well, you got to catch up to me." So we're on the highway, chasing each other down. And Paul, it is just a real thrill to have you here. Really, it is. Really,
it's a pleasure to be here, Rock and Rudy.
Always. I thank you. In case you all don't know, Global Groove, the CEO himself, that's Global Groove Entertainment.
It used to be Global Groove Productions, and I changed it to Global Groove Events.
There you go. Used to be production, now it's events. And how did that brainchild start? Can you let me know?
Oh, that's a long one. I used to be called it was a very boring name back in the day. It was called PM Promotions. You know, when you first start off with your business, you think of a cheesy name. PM, I thought, because it's at night time.
Okay.
And it's my initials, Paul McGee. So it started off as PM Promotions, and I was living in Austin. And one night I couldn't sleep, and I thought, you know what? I need to change the name of my company. And I envisioned people dancing around the world, and that was my first logo. It was a silhouette of people dancing around the world, and I've been all over the world. So I thought global, and then I thought I like to get my groove on, and then I thought Global Groove, and that was over 20 years ago.
Did you hear that? The way he said
there you go.
He went global, then he got his groove on, and that's how the way Global Groove was created.
I just think it resonates with the people,
Well, most definitely. I mean, I like that Global Groove. Everybody getting down, getting funky, and just having a great time. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I am actually literally my goosebumps, my hairs are going out. It's Mr. Paul McGee. Let me tell you, Paul, I've got a couple of questions I want to ask you. But one of them is, you've got that awesome accent that you do have, and I want to hear the story about where you live. The original name is Lancaster or Leicester.
The town is in the middle of England, so it's about 90 miles north of London. For people that know, because not a lot of people know, it's actually Leicester.
Leicester. I said Leicester.
It's slap bang in the middle of England, 90 miles north of London and 90 miles south of Liverpool. People know London and Liverpool better than they do Leicester. If you're into soccer, you know Leicester.
If you're into soccer, you like this. Well, we call it football. That's what we call it here, but that's okay.
It's proper football, guys.
It is, right? It's the real football, right? That's what they call it.
That's where I come from, a little village in Leicester. So Leicester's the town, and the village that I come from is called Blaby. Sounds like baby. Put an L in there. It's called Blaby.
We talked about that before the show started. Exactly. Blaby. Remember that. So guys,
that's where I originate from.
Guys and girls, you with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your significant other, and I want you to turn around, look at him, and say, "I love you, Blaby," like that. Okay, I love you. Like that. Like that. Okay, Paul. So we have you and me coming to South Padre Island on the 30th.
Yep. 10 days away.
10 days
Saturday, Semana Santa weekend.
Semana Santa. You always say that again?
Semana Santa weekend.
Woo! I love it. That's cool. That's so awesome. Yeah. It's Dead Mouse and Company.
We've got Wax Motif, is a very big up and coming house artist. Tom and Collins are actually from Mexico.
Yeah.
So they'll be helping to bring the people from Monterrey. Amazing Mexican house duo. I just did them not so long back at Van Du in McAllen, sold out. So yeah,
I heard about that. I heard it was just amazing.
Yeah, and then we've got we always support the local artists, and so yeah, we've got some great local support. But obviously, Dead Mouse is the big kahuna, one of the biggest DJs in the world.
Yeah, he is. He's up there. He really is. And if you guys listen to Dead Mouse, then you know what he's all about. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Dead Mouse people out there because I have talked to a bunch of y'all already. Another thing that I wanted to ask you, I know you said you had 6 kids. Where in the hell did you get the time for that? I want to know because you're a busy man. I mean, every time I would call him, oh, I'm in South Padre Island. Oh, I'm in Rio Grande City. No, I'm here, I'm there, everywhere. And he, from corner to corner, you would travel to go drop off these tickets. And the tickets are amazing. Let me tell you. If he doesn't deliver them to you, you do have somebody to help you out.
Yeah, we've got, the traditional ways to either go to a box office if it's an arena show or buy them online traditionally. And I like to call myself, as I told you earlier on, the Uber Eats or DoorDash of tickets. I like to meet the people that are supporting my events. So it's not just a case of walking up, hey, give me your money and leave. I have a chat with them. I take a picture with them. And they like that. I think I firmly believe that if people like the promoter that's doing the events, you got a better chance of getting bigger attended events.
Most definitely.
It's got to be a good artist, of course.
It's good interaction with the people that are buying your tickets as well.
You got to have a good synergy with the people that support you.
And you've got a great synergy, tremendous. I mean, a very, very tremendous, humble person here. Mr. Paul McGee, if he really knows you and you need help, he will help you out. And I've known Paul. How long have I known you now? It's been a
long time. Yeah, I've been part of the Mixed Master family. You guys do all my production in terms of the DJ setups for all of my events.
All your events, that's right.
For nearly 20 years now. So yeah, it's been a long-term relationship.
The Mixed Masters,
longer than my wife.
Mixed Masters.
Nearly as long as all my 6 kids.
Oh my God! All right. Well, hey, you know what? I am glad we're in that mix because at least he knows who we are, right? Big old shout out to all the Mixed Masters out there, Bobby Macias and company, La China. Hi, Mama, we love you. And
hey guys,
and also
where are they? I wish they were here today.
Yeah, they're busy themselves. They got things they're doing too. But I tell you what, never fear. You got me, and you got Robbie all right in the house too.
That's good enough. That's good enough.
And you've got the general here, and you've got one of the soldiers, and we're just tremendously great at what we do. And of course, you're just extremely awesome yourself too.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
In Blaby.
Yes,
you did say that you were like a population of 800. I think you had told me.
It's a small. It's a little bit. It's bigger than 800, but it's a small village. Everybody knows it. Yeah, it's one of those,
like Cheers type of thing. No,
everybody knows. Yeah, everybody knows your name. Everyone knows every street. If somebody comes up and says, "Hey, do you know where such and such street is?" Yeah, you go 3 miles down there. You take a left. You swing a right. It's a very small community where everyone knows each other. Everyone looks out for each other. So I'm very blessed where I came from and my upbringing. I still keep in touch with my junior friends from, back in the day. We're on WhatsApp. 20 of them came over for my birthday.
Nice.
They all, left the wives for a week and left the jobs, and a lot of them own their own businesses. And so, I still keep in touch with them to this day. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing. I do have still some friends out there that I've known for a while. But life is life, and we got to keep going as well. Send out a big old shout out to the Wise family out there, Josie and company, YCDLO. So y'all, love you guys. Before we go any further, too, I want to say, Mr. Paul McGee, did you come up with the name for the UME, or how did that happen?
Yeah,
you did,
I actually did. Yes.
What was going through your mind, if you can remember, or what was that brainchild that created that
guess
monster?
if we back up from the UME, 10 years prior to me bringing EDM to kind of the forefront of the Rio Grande Valley with Tiesto,
right?
2010. So that's already 14 years ago. I just decided, and a lot of people thought that I was new to the Valley. I'd already been living in the Valley for 10 years.
Right.
So I've lived in the Valley for half of my life. Still can't speak Spanish. Un poquito.
But hey, at least he knows a little bit to get
Mucho
through, right?
gusto, ¿cómo estás?
All that good
Mucho
stuff, right?
bueno. Igualmente.
The
yeah,
food,
so,
you know how to do the food, like, tacos or anything like that?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I
Quiero
love it.
tacos,
Yeah,
unos burritos.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely.
The food is something that he does know, because this man eats. Let me tell you, which is good. For as much of the running that he does, I mean, tremendously amazing.
That's what keeps me fit.
Yeah, you were telling, like I'm telling you, while I was calling him, talking to him, I'm 100 miles this way, 100 miles that way, going all over the place.
If you could get fit by driving a car, I'd be a lot fitter.
You'd be an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'd be even fitter. If I was running to all my deliveries, I'd be 40 pounds lighter for sure. But yeah, so going back to your question, so living in the valley, and I just decided one day I've had a passion with electronic dance music. We used to call it dance music back in the day. So people call it different things. From a young age, I was very spontaneous. I lived in Spain, and that's where my love affair began with dance music. I was working on the beach during the day, promoting for some of the biggest clubs in the world. Wow. That are still there to this day. And I became a promoter a long time ago, and I excelled at it. So I started at a grass, or should I say a sand roots level, and then I'd be there at night time, meeting the people that I saw on the beach. Oh, there's Paul that we met on the beach, and come on in, guys, the schnapps are on me.
Oh, nice.
That was the Spanish way of doing things.
Nice.
You get them a schnapps. And house music. I was there from the beginning. The house sounds of Chicago.
Oh, nice.
Techno of Detroit, the acid house era of England.
So yeah,
I mean,
that's something I didn't know. Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, I grew up with Jack Master Flash, and Paul Johnson, some of the original, the original classics.
The classic of the electronic.
One that passed away a couple of years back, Frankie Knuckles. I mean, one of my favorite Chicago house DJs of all time. So house music again was in my blood from a very early age.
Nice.
And I was working for some very big clubs, and I learned from the best. And I hope it inspires people that knowing this guy here came to the States with $38 in his pocket.
Wow, $38 in your pocket.
$38. Wow. Well, actually, no, I had more than $38. It was a bucket list to go to New York and celebrate New Year's Eve. We've seen back in the old days of the travel agents and the postcards, bargain, New Year's Eve, $200 plus room. I called up my friend. I said, "Hey, you want to go to New York for New Year's Eve?"
There you go.
He said, "When?" I said, "Tomorrow." He's like, "I'm coming. Let's do it."
Nice.
And we spent a few days in New York. I did have about $1,500, which got spent in New York. And then when it was time to go back, we went to get in the taxi, and my friend was, "Come on, let's go. We're going to miss the plane." I said, "You know what? I think I'm going to stay." He said, "What are you talking about? You've got no money." And we still joke about it to this day.
Okay.
27 years later. He says, "What are you talking about? You've got no money." I said, "I know. Can you lend me $38 to get on a Greyhound?" And my older brother, who's a tattoo artist, and he's also a musician, he lives in Atlanta. I'd not seen him in 6 years. So that was kind of the defining factor to say, you know what, I'm going to go and see my brother.
Oh, okay.
And that was the beginning. I got a job doing, digging ditches and whatever I could to make that $38 grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I met a group of people that were all into house music as well. We lived in a warehouse in Atlanta, and it was just a real cool. They were called Earth Tone Sound System.
Earth Tone Sound System.
Yeah,
wow,
amazing collective of DJs and we all had the same vibes, and we all lived, in close to each other. We didn't know each other, but we just ironically were all English, Scottish, Welsh. We were like all this patriots of the United Kingdom coming together.
United Kingdom.
And so I had no phone. There was no internet. Nothing. No
back
credit
in the day,
cards. Just $38 in my pocket and a bag of clothes.
And that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, that kind of go into that question of it was the UME. Before that, I'd been living in the Rio Grande Valley. I met my wife there, and I just said one day, you know what, I know there was a small movement with EDM in the Valley, DJ Irene and Bad Boy Bill and some of those great artists back in the day. And I just one day called up my friend in Atlanta, and I said, "Hey, I want to do Tiesto in the Rio Grande Valley," and he helped me to get Tiesto. And I didn't know if it was going to do 200 people, 2,000 or 20,000, and we went on sale. We did a special on sale at Guitar Centers. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I remember Guitar Centers.
People slept out for tickets, and it just caused this enormous wave. And 2010,
I remember
not my first show, but my first major EDM show with Tiesto at the water park where Deadmau5 is going to be next Saturday. We had 12,000 people in attendance.
Wow.
And then a year later, we just kept it going and said, you know what, let's create an electronic dance music festival. And we were pondering about names with my business partners. Let's call it South Party Island. I'm like, that's been used
a lot.
That's been used. South Party Island. So UME could be South Party Island, and I was against that. I said, what about the ultimate music experience? Because originally it was going to be a hybrid. It was going to be electronic dance music and kind of cool new artists.
Okay.
Originally it was going to be, and nobody knows this, I've still got the original flyer. It was going to be Lady Gaga when she'd just come out, and it was going to be, ironically, Deadmau5 on the other night. And then I said, you know what, let's call it the ultimate music experience, but let's use the acronym UME, because if you say it fast, UME, you and me. And that's what music's all about. It's about you and me, going and enjoying yourself. And in that case, it was 12,000. And then after that, we created the UME the following year. We had about 5,000 people for Afrojack. Marcus Schultz and Far East Movement.
Wow.
And then we went aggressive the following year. We turned it into 3 days, and we brought the best DJs in the world. We brought Tiesto, we brought Skrillex, we brought Avicii, rest in peace, Avicii, one of the best producers and artists of all time in the electronic dance music arena, that we sadly lost at a very young age. And then new and up and coming artists that people had never even heard of, like Hardwell, Porter Robinson, Madion, and I mean Hardwell. I mean, people had never heard of him, and now, he's one of the biggest DJs in the world. So
wow.
And it went
That's
on for 7 years. Yeah, it went. We went on for 7 years, and then COVID hit. Music, as genres change, and people tend to pivot, and reggaeton came back to the forefront. So we took some years off, and it's been 7 years already. So I said, you know what, I want to do it one more time, as Daft Punk said, one more time, and everything was just aligned. I wanted to bring Deadmau5 back after doing him. I've done him twice in the Rio Grande Valley, once in 2011. In 38 degrees of weather, pouring with rain.
The Winterfest.
The Winter Fantasy. That was another one of my brands, Winter Fantasy. We had over 10,000 people there. And
I was in the van, our Mixmasters van, that was wrapped around with the Deadmau5 Winter Fantasy.
I think it's still wrapped.
No, not no more.
I think the blue one is. I'm sure it is.
But the thing about it was, a lot of our mix masters were there and everything like that. And I was in the van because I had to take care of the van for the extra equipment that we didn't take down, because, it's just, we had backups in case something happens. And that's just the way, Bobby Macias is always thinking, we need the backups, no matter what, bring them all. Don't leave something, bring them all. Okay, so we brought them all. We were sitting out there, and I kind of dozed off, and all this fun excitement going on over there. And I'm over here because I got to watch the band. But you know what? I heard everything, and it was amazing, and it's still amazing. And tickets are on sale right now for March the 30th.
Yeah, so this is going to be a one night only. It's Semana Santa, which is the biggest night of the year on South Padre Island, because we get a lot of people from Monterey that come for Easter. By Sunday, it's a ghost town. But that Saturday night, everybody comes, and for the weekend, and some before that if they've got the time. But Saturday is probably the biggest night of the year, and that was when I first did Tiesto. So I wanted to do it one more time, the UME. It's not going to be a continuation. Next year, I'm looking to do a new branded event, something different. So one more time, UME, one night, Unite for one night with Deadmau5, Wax Motif, and Tom and Collins, and your favorite locals.
A lot
10 days away. 10 days away.
10 days away. A lot of great Valley talent coming out on that show. As a matter of fact, we're going to have Novaks
Yeah.
tomorrow night right here on our station,
Yeah,
97.7 FM The City, at my podcast.
Great guy, up and coming DJ. I've known him for a couple of years now. I love it when I see families come and support.
Right.
His family's always, his uncles, his mum, his dad, they always come and support him. They're always at the shows. I want to give a shout out to his mum. At the moment, she's dealing with some health difficulties and some health issues.
Well, we send you blessings.
So sending well wishes that you have a speedy recovery. To Novaks, Mrs. Novaks, as I call her.
Mama Novaks. Good thing about it is that he'll be there. It'll be recorded. I'm pretty sure we can send you a copy or something like that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Novaks is a very talented DJ that I have seen maybe once or twice, but he knows what he's doing. So
yeah, he's a young kid. He's not been around long, but you can tell he's one of them people that wants to learn. And
he's a sponge right now. That's what he's doing.
He's absorbing a lot of information. You can see that.
I had talked to him a couple of days ago on the phone. We were talking, and I asked him what he was doing, and you can hear it. You know, his little music going on in the background. He goes, "Oh, I'm just practicing, warming up." But we will find out about him tomorrow. But today, Paul McGee once again. Oh, I just can't get over it. Paul McGee. He's here. I pinch myself just to make sure I'm awake.
And if you go by Kane's Chicken, you're going to see UME on the digital billboard. So you got to get. Can I give some love to my sponsors?
Sure, please.
Yeah, you know, Red Bull, Kane's Chicken.
As long as we get some food off of that drink.
We all love Kane's, right, guys?
We all love Kane's, yeah. Red Bull to wake us up.
Beatbox is another sponsor, but Kane's Chicken, you can't go anywhere in the Rio Grande Valley or Texas without seeing the UME, the digital billboards that they have outside each Kane's.
Wow.
The UMEs there, I showed you the picture earlier on, and the digital billboards all along the freeways. I mean, it's an amazing partnership that we've built together, and I got to give a big shout out to George Signs. He's the marketing director.
I know George Signs. How you been, George? Good to see you.
Amazing guy that helped to bring Raising Cane's to the UME as a sponsor.
Wow,
so it's always good to have that support.
It is. It's tremendous love. That's what that is.
Absolutely.
You know, and the good thing about it is that they know that they have an excellent promoter, and you're just amazing at what you do, and I just can't stop saying Paul McGee, people. Paul McGee.
Well, it goes back to what you were saying. I've got 6 children. This is the only occupation I have. I'm a full-time promoter. Some people do it for enjoyment. Others people, it's a secondary job. But for me, this is full-time. So, you know, I've got to work hard to make sure, and if that's delivering tickets, I've got no shame. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy, like I said earlier on, meeting the people that are supporting my events.
Yes.
They can put a face to the person that's doing the event. You don't get that with Live Nation. That's for sure.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, like the way he said, he likes to go out there and do it himself. And it's one of the biggest things that I have too, you know, my brother, you know, Bobby Macias and everybody, we go out there, we did it first. And we showed the young ones, and then they picked it up. They took over. We stand back and we supervise. No, but we also get our hands dirty. If I'm not going to have somebody do something I haven't done myself first, and that's exactly what Paul's doing too. He's out there running around. Gas prices going up. It don't matter. He's still doing the same thing, you know.
I think my gas is. I think my ticket. I have to sell tickets to pay for my gas.
Hey, you heard that, okay? If you want,
then the other thing is, when you're going out promoting, putting flyers on the car doors, you've got to go there. You've got to go on sociable hours for yourself, because you've got to go when it's the party people, because they're the ones that are ultimately going to come to see the UME with Deadmau5. And so you're downtown, you're uptown, you're flying thousands of cars, you're going to electronic dance music events. It's very unsociable hours. So to try and get those people to help, I'm like you said, a general. You got to lead by example.
Exactly.
I can't be at home with my kids having a movie night, eating pizza, which I would love to do on a Friday night.
Of course,
but I've got to, say, hey, I've got to lead by example. You lead from the front, not from the back, and that's what I do.
Exactly.
Even if I have to do it by myself, I'm going to do it.
It's like that old famous saying, I'll be the first one off the helicopter, and I'll be the last one on it.
Yeah.
That movie,
Black Hawk Down.
Well, here you go. There you go, Mr. Paul McGee. Once again, one question that I also did have, and it's something that I would like to go ahead and get you to answer it. what was it here in the valley that caught your eye and said, I'm making this my home? Because you've been here for like about what?
The Latinas, of course. Come on, guys.
Oh,
I got 6 kids. Come
there
on.
you go, ladies. There you go, ladies. Well, that just means you got
Actually, you know, it's
the Latinas. That's what he said. That's right.
Do you believe in the butterfly effect?
The butterfly effect? Oh, yeah.
So when I was living in Atlanta, when I first arrived in the States, I was digging ditches. That wasn't something, and you know, not taken away from anybody that does do that. You know, hardworking people. That's, you know, you've got to respect it. And I've always been hardworking, whether it's washing windows, digging ditches, whatever I could do to make money in those days, I did. But what I always used to get the free magazine that you get in the Austin Chronicle. You know, they're in the stacks. I'm looking at the jobs, and it said fun, cool job, working at the beach. And I've always been a beach person. Like I said, I lived in Spain, I lived in Portugal. I didn't mention that, but Portugal, the Canary Islands. So I always had this passion I love England, I love where I come from, but the weather sucks. And I like to be on the beach. And so I saw this fun, cool job working at the beach, South Padre Island. I didn't know what the job was, but I called it up, and it was actually during spring break. So I discovered that because we don't have them in England, we don't have these huge spring breaks because we don't have universities that hold 70,000 people. We have universities that hold 5,000 people. We're just a little blip. A very important country, but Texas is 8 times the size of England, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I'm giving you some very good education here on geography.
Oh yeah. Well, let me tell you what, he knows his geography.
Yeah. So the ad, I called it up. It was a young guy, an entrepreneur that was making his way. He's a chiropractor. I keep in touch with him to this day, and he basically paid for his tuition by selling T-shirts that he made, and he made college T-shirts with the name of the college on. He'd go through the college dorms back in the day when it was a safer place. Yeah, can't do that anymore, unfortunately. But it was, so I basically started off and found South Padre by default, and it was door-to-door T-shirt sales. I was a door-to-door T-shirt salesman during spring break on South Padre Island. Nice. And then I came up with an idea. You know, when I lived in Spain and they have these big parties on the beach, nobody's doing that. And I went and met this wonderful old lady back in the day. Do you remember the Miramar?
The Miramar, yeah. I love that place. Yeah,
next to Denny's.
Yeah.
So there was a hotel. It's no longer there. And I approached the lady. And I wanted to do a daytime beach party, and she agreed to it. And it was $20 a ticket. There was a beer barn back in the day on the island.
I remember.
Drive-through beer barn. I went and saw him. And kegs were only like $18 a keg back in the day. So
it was there when also they had
beer barn, it was called.
Yeah, beer barn. Yeah, but there was that was it Charlie's Paradise Bar?
Yeah, Charlie's.
Like yes,
Charlie's.
That,
which became Schlitter Barn Water Park, which became Beach Water Park, which is where, I'm glad you brought that up. That's where Dead Mouse is going to be playing.
Because I was heading that way to tell you.
So they turned that into the water park. So yeah. So I basically started off in South Padre and ended up here by selling T-shirts door to door. I became a manager because I've always had sales and promotions in me. I think the accent helped because they'd be like, "Hey, there's this weird guy, not weird guy, but this guy with a cool accent," and they'd buy the T-shirts. And it was cheesy T-shirts. It was the days of Calvin and Hobbes, Ren and Stimpy, the top 10 lies told on spring break. It wasn't designer T-shirts. It was cheesy T-shirts. And I sold a lot of T-shirts, and I became a manager. I had a team of about 8 other people, and I decided to go and find the local production guy, the local DJ, and I said some flyers and some tickets. I said, "Hey guys, while we're selling T-shirts, we're going to say, oh, by the way, guys, have you got your tickets for the world's biggest beach bash on Wednesday?"
There you go.
And what? World's biggest beach? Yes, free beer. Because I could afford to give away free beer for, you can get 100 beers out of an $18 keg, and it's $20 a ticket. And
nice.
So we all were selling tickets and T-shirts at the same time. So that was my very first party in the USA. So I was one of the originators of throwing parties on South Padre Island. And
one of the first.
my first party, we sold nearly 2,000 tickets.
Wow.
And I made more money that day than I did in a year digging ditches. I can tell you that much. And that was it. That was the start of my career as a promoter, as a owner of a promoter, doing a party. Mm-hmm. But I learned the hard way by giving out flyers. I learned from the bottom, like a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. You learn, and that what he said was true. Learn from the best, and you become the best. And he had me in the cleaning the bathrooms in his restaurant before I went to the beach.
There you go.
So I started from the bottom, just like Drake. Started from the bottom, made my way to the top.
There you go. As humble as you can get, huh?
And the roller coaster along the way. I mean, it's not all good times. You just got to ride the waves,
right? And
keep a smile on your face, because I know that I'm an inspiration to this younger generation. So I've definitely got to keep a smile on my face. And people do get in touch with me, and I like to give the best advice that I can give, and keep them smiling, and by way of the universal language, music.
Right. It's just basically like smile at the world, and the world smiles with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm smiling.
There you go. He's always smiling left to right all over the place.
I make sure that every time I take a picture with people buying tickets, I'm always smiling on those, for sure.
Once again, March the 30th, you and me, Paul McGee bringing everybody an amazing show. You gotta go. If you don't have your tickets yet, you and me, SPI.com or Bootjack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we've got tickets at Bootjack locations. There's 4 locations. There's 5, but I've got them in 4. Brownsville. There's 3 locations in McAllen, Main Street, Thames Street, Jackson, and then there's the one in Brownsville. I also deliver tickets. They can just get in touch with me on Facebook. Everyone knows how to get in touch with me, believe me.
If you don't have his phone number, it's
area code 404. I've still kept my number from Atlanta to this day for business reasons. 404-545-6264.
All right, great. Well, for those of you watching the show, this is live. So if you do see the phones going up, like mine went off right now, it is live, and there's no hiding nothing here. Paul McGee, all the way from his humble house right here.
From Blaby.
I was about to say, all the way from
Blaby, Leicester, to Spain, to Portugal, to the Canary Islands, to Atlanta, to Austin, to Laredo, to South Padre Island, and a few more in between.
There you go.
To the Rio Grande Valley. So half of my life I've been in the Rio Grande Valley. A lot of people thought that when I did Tiesto that there's this new guy that's just appeared from nowhere. I was doing shows with T.I. and Akon and a lot of hip hop, a lot of Latin shows. You wouldn't believe my portfolio. I do a great Pride festival on the island called Splash.
Well, talking about that, you just said the main word, Splash. Can I send out a big old shout out to Mia Paris and the Paris company? Mia Paris and Company.
I know Mia well.
Yes,
she's been on many a Splash.
We are trying to collaborate something with them to come on to the show.
Awesome,
get a couple of
some of the Valley's got some amazing drag queens.
Yes, and
Mia's one of the mothers.
He's bringing one queens. And also Nabisco, Nabisco, or I remember who it was, something like that. We're just real quick because he called me on the phone and I told you about that. One thing that I've got to also let you know, I want to know what was like the most exciting thing that's ever happened to you right there, and then there was like a real jaw dropper, like I can't believe this.
Well, I think other than having my children, which is I think everybody would say, what's the best thing that's ever happened is seeing the birth of my children. Mm-hmm. I've got 3 boys and 3 girls, and I'm so proud of them.
Blessed,
they're
amazing, blessed,
and they're my inspiration to keep going, even when I'm. My tattoos are my children.
Okay.
And it says pride, joy, and inspiration. Right. They keep me going. Even when I'm tired, I just look at this. It's the first thing I wash in the morning.
There you go.
My arm. But to answer your question, what was the question again? I forgot the question.
What was the most exciting
thing? The most exciting thing, I think it's probably got to be the two that come to mind is Tiesto.
Tiesto?
Because it was just, I didn't know how many people were going to come, if people would feel like me.
Wow.
And think, you know what, we want change. We want, in terms of music in the Rio Grande Valley. And I just remember standing on the bridge that overlooked the crowd, and my friend Drew, I'm sure you remember Drew.
I remember Drew.
Drew Lentz. Yeah, and he, promoter from back in the day with Energetics.
Right.
He was just standing next to me. He says, "Why? You're so calm. Look at this." I says, "I'm just taking it all in.
Enjoy."
So, and then I think the other one was, I mean, because you've got connections with Laredo, of course. That's where Bobby and that's where Bobby Macias.
Bobby and them.
That's where they originate from, I believe, right? Or California via Laredo. And
it's Laredo, actually. They're like family in California. Yeah, we're all over the place.
In California, but so yeah, I lived in Laredo for about 6-7 years. I was actually the first promoter to bring a hip hop artist to Laredo. Wow. It was T.I.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't know this.
Yeah.
So T.I., very first promoter to bring a hip hop artist, 7,500 people at what then called the Laredo Entertainment Center, which is now called Sames Arena, the big arena there.
Yeah.
But not that so much. It was the show that I did with Lil Wayne. I did Lil Wayne, and there was so many problems, like. Everybody said, "Oh, I remember that." If you're old enough, he got stopped in Foul Furious.
Wow.
There's 10,000. The show was literally sold out. 9,000. It's at the last minute, so everybody's waiting to get in. Mr. English guy here has to get on a chair on a megaphone, say, "Guys, I'm sorry, but unfortunately, Lil Wayne won't be able to make it tonight." I mean, everybody's booing. No one's more upset. Just to let people know, there's no one more upset than the promoter.
Of course,
when something like it's almost like it's our fault. I said, "Guys, believe me, I'm about to jump off the top of the arena. So if you guys want to catch me," I remember getting so drunk that night because I told, and may he rest in peace, Homer Rios.
Miss that man.
My
Love
stage manager, my production manager. We lost him to COVID. He'll never be replaced.
Never.
If Paul is watching, I always think about that guy, and I will have a picture of him next to me for this UME. But I told him, because he played at the arena here at State Farm, it's called Payne Arena now. The night before, so Homer makes sure that they come down 83. Tell them don't go the shorter way.
Right.
The whatever Hebronville, sorry, not Foul Furious. It might have been Foul Furious, I don't know. Well, every coach went, so a lot of them started turning up, but the coach that Baby and Bird and Lil Wayne were on, they went the other way. They got stopped. He was on probation. He had guns. He had some smoker, and they got detained. And I'm just like, oh crap, we've got the production up. It's Friday night. I'm screwed. I'm about to lose a lot of money.
You can't make this up, people.
And I tell you what, somebody must have been watching over me, Rudy, because the next day I got so trashed. The after party was good, from what I remember. I got so trashed at the after party. 7 o'clock the next morning, I think it was, on a Saturday, I get a call, and it was like, I didn't even want to answer it. My head was just banging. Paul, get down to the arena now. I'm like, why? He says, Lil Wayne just got out of jail and he wants to perform tonight. And I was just like, wow, what is the chance of, number one, the arena being available on a Saturday? I mean, most arenas, that's their big night to be open. So the arena was available, production was still up. And the fact that Lil Wayne didn't have a show somewhere else on the Saturday, thank you, Corpus Christi, because they had a hockey game that day.
Okay.
So he played there on the Sunday, and he had so most days that the Saturday's the big day was open at the arena. Lil Wayne, and bigger than anything else, Lil Wayne, as we know, is a temperamental, what.
Yeah.
I thought he would have said, "I'm never coming back to effing Texas again." But that was one of my best experiences. He got on stage and he says, "Hey, I'm sorry that I'm a day late, but I'm going to take it out on my music." 10,000 people. We sold out the rest of we were probably about 500-600 from selling out, and it's as big as Bert Ogden Arena. 10,000 people.
Wow.
And we sold 10,000 tickets. we had a little video about it, and you know, it was national news, and yeah, so Tiesto and you know, the UME definitely, the UME with Skrillex, Avicii, knowing that had gone to a whole new level. You know, it went from 5,000 in the space of a couple of years. We were getting 80,000 over 4 days. So those are the main, and maybe my first beach bash as well. You know, my very first event that said, you know what, I'm onto something here.
Yeah.
But that didn't cost the kind of money that these events cost. That cost me about $2,000.
Nice, nice. Wow, it's just I didn't know about things like that.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know Lil Wayne had gotten
from $38 to 80,000 people. You know, it's if you want to do something, you put your mind to it, you can do it. Just
there you go. There you go. It's like I said, if you're going to dream big. Hey, even the little dreams count, right? So that's what it is.
Yeah.
All the way from England to the United States, $38 in his pocket, like he was saying.
Seeing a little ad in the local paper in Atlanta, and ending up in the Rio Grande Valley for half my life.
There you go. Six kids, 3
boys, 3 amazing
girls.
boys, 3 amazing girls.
Nice, and one amazing lady. Right, your wife. Well, the wife now that you have, right? You know?
Well.
What?
An ex-wife. Not so amazing.
well, then I put my foot in that one. It's live, people. That's what I'm telling you.
That's okay. I got a beautiful son with her. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
I got a beautiful son with her. He lives in Laredo, so that's my Laredo connection.
There you go.
First thing I did when I went to Laredo, I went to the arena and I had a conversation. I remember the manager's name to this day, Roy Medina. He's long gone in terms of he's not a manager there anymore. But I walked in and he was covered in tattoos, and I just said, "Thank God." And he was all about me doing shows with him. And
there you go.
Yeah, we did TI the first show.
Nice.
We did some big shows. We did Daddy Yankee. We did Wisin and Yandel. We did Paulina Rubio. We did Julieta Venegas.
I saw Paulina.
I even did Tiesto there.
Yeah,
I was the first person to do a major EDM show there as well. So I got my first EDM show at the arena, or in Laredo, but it was at the arena till 2 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah,
nice.
we brought in a bunch of DJs. A couple of the mixed master DJs were on it. Yeah, it was an amazing night.
Nice. I'm telling you, it can happen. Valley talents, even though he's from England, but he's been in the Valley already long enough, so he's Valley certified. He knows how to say tacos. It happens.
It's just like the universal language is music. The universal language for taco is taco.
It's taco. That's what it is. You know, the tacos and burritos, always good.
Yeah.
You can make it happen. Valley, you guys have the talent. We've been getting a lot of calls. Thank you so much. 956-789-0702. Joe Martinez, Rock and Rudy.
We're gonna give some tickets away as well, right?
97.7 FM The City. As a matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna be doing that. But real quick, our Facebook page, which was The City 97.7, that's Facebook. And then Gmail is 97.7 thecity@gmail.com. And then on Insta, it's at The City 977. All right. So that is the way to get a hold of us through email. The platforms, if you want to sign up and we put you on the air and see what you got and show the talent to the Valley and the world, and everybody can see you. And if you're a tremendously great DJ, then who knows, maybe one of these days Paul McGee is going to bring you down and promote you.
Yeah, probably. In 20 plus years, I've probably had 300 to 400 local DJs on my events.
Wow.
I just remembered who one of the mixed master DJs that was on at the Laredo show was Reaper.
Yeah, DJ Reaper.
Yeah,
that's my little brother right there.
Reaper,
and we're known as a dynamic duo.
I've done every mix master DJ. Reaper, Static, John Wayne back in the day. I know he's not a mix master anymore, but yeah, pretty much every mix master's had to go on the decks with me.
I was the only mix master to get on the decks, but you know why? Because I didn't want to.
Yeah. I used to in Spain. I used to have the old Technic 1200s, the vinyl.
Have you ever seen Bobby play?
I've been in, back in the day. I used to, me and Bobby late at night used to do voiceovers for my own. Bobby does his voiceovers as well, but I used to go to the old studio and
next to the bakery.
Back in the day, 2 o'clock in the morning, doing voiceovers for radio commercials, and Bobby would be the engineer. And I was using. I mean, Bobby's an amazing voice over, as we all know,
of course.
But I think because I've got the accent, it kind of stuck out. Oh, I hear an English accent on the radio, or we'd use it for a commercial, for a 30-second commercial. So, yeah, me and Bobby, we've done a lot together. But yeah, no, I've seen him. I've not seen him do a full set, but I know that he knows what he's doing. That's for sure. Yeah. He's got a good setup. He's got a beautiful little setup at his house there.
Oh yeah, real nice.
It's very chill.
Home condo studio.
Yes, very chill, and he's, I've seen his family grow up. DJ Mac. He's learned from the best.
Yes,
just like the guy said to me in Spain, learn from the best and you become the best.
Exactly.
And he's got some good kids there. His daughter and his son, and Max. He's took it to like a duck to water. I remember when he was like about this big.
Yeah.
Coming and helping his mum and dad.
Yeah.
And Nitsa, she can carry her weight, to tell you.
Oh,
she can carry. She can put the guys to shame.
She will run circles around you. Let me tell you. That's why we call her Latina. She's just done not mess around. She business. She's strictly business.
She don't mess around.
Bobby can be the CEO, the chief, the man in charge, but when the woman walks in, it all just, yes, mamacita, whatever you say. And that's the way it is,
Yeah,
and,
you can see her. Sometimes she's like this, and you know what she's got on her shoulder.
She's got a big old speaker.
Big old speaker.
Yeah, Anita's tremendous. I mean, I love her. She's. I mean, all the Mixed Masters family knows she's the queen, and nobody disrespects the queen, of course. And then, of course, Bobby. And then we go down the hill, and it's gonna be me, and then there's gonna be. Actually, the only other person I can think of right underneath us would have to be Mr. Robbie, all right, over here, and then everybody else, of course, Mija, DJ Infinite, sorry, Reaper, Static, of course, and then DJ Mac. DJ Mac one day is going to be the man in charge.
He's doing Suerte at the moment.
Oh, man, he's a tremendous DJ. He's
Static's been on a lot of my shows. He's actually going to be doing a UME. Give him a quick plug. He's going to be doing a UME pre-party at the Holiday Inn Resort the day of on the Saturday. Yeah, so it's going to be like noon till 5. Pool party, bunch of good DJs local, and then everyone be heading over to the water part, the beach part. There's no water in there, by the way, guys. It's UMEs for people that haven't been to a UME.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very nostalgic event. That's why I keep the word of the day has been nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
The people that I'm selling tickets to, it's people that went to Deadmau5 10 years ago. So people think it's going to be a very young crowd. It's going to be a very mixed crowd from 18 to 45. It really is. So
50,
I'm looking
57.
Well, 18 to 57. There you go.
Well, let me tell you. I mean, it is an older crowd. It is a mix, like you said, the younger, the older crowds. But the thing is, it's the older crowd that is showing the younger crowd about.
Well, we want to try and educate the younger generation.
There is a lot of music out there.
If the word's out there and they see it on, like I said, when you got Canes with the billboard, that they see this mouse head, they're like, you know what? That's what people are all talking about. And that's what happened with Tiesto. Yeah. It's just, you got to be the Pied Piper, and people will follow.
There you go. And it's a good gimmick, if you will, the mouse head. It's besides Mickey Mouse, the only one that I know what the mouse is. And all of a sudden, here comes the mouse.
He's the second most famous mouse in the world.
Second most famous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to do something that Mr. Paul McGee, one more time, say it with me, Paul McGee. He brought tickets to give away. There's 2 tickets right here. And it's a ticket for you and me. For the you and me, should I say. It's all party out in next Saturday on the 30th. And we're going to give away these tickets. Now, these tickets are good tickets. What was it? Oh, we're going to do this. 2 songs, right? Or 2 albums.
No, I think we said 2 songs by Deadmau5.
By Deadmau5.
First person to call, or the
first person to get it right.
Yeah, first person to get it right. Name 2 songs by Deadmau5, and you've got $160 worth of tickets.
There you go.
Saturday the 30th, Beachwater Park, Deadmau5, UME featuring Deadmau5, Wax Motif, Tom and Collins, some of your favorite locals. What's the number to ring, Rudy?
The number to call, and you ready? 956-789-4242. 0702. Again, 956-789-0702. That's also the same number you're going to call when you want to come to the show and show us your talent. Now, guys and girls, the first person to call, it's not 100 call, it's not the 8th caller, it's whoever gets 2 songs correct, either from the same album or different albums, preferably. But if you can get it from the same album, good. And it doesn't count if you have the album in front of you, turn around and you call and it's there. Yeah, we wouldn't know how you do it. But if you do it, you can win the tickets today. We'll take your name and we'll take your phone number and you can pick them up. If you can't do it today, we will be here again tomorrow because we have Novaks coming in. Yeah. Doors here for us. They'll be open all day, but the tickets, we will have them here at 8 p.m. when we come on the show for Rockin' Rudy's On the Scene Live for my podcast. And you would have to show me an ID to make sure it is you that won, because I'm not just going to have the first person to walk in the door and say, I want the tickets. I remember what the name of it was, but I got the tickets. No. But once again, 956-789-0702. Give us a call. Give us the correct songs for Deadmau5, and you get yourself a pair of tickets. $160 pair of tickets right here. Mm-hmm. If you get one song, you get one ticket. No, not even that. You gotta get both of them right to get the ticket.
You gotta go with a right. You gotta go with a best there.
The best. There you go. So you gotta get the 2 songs right, and you get 2 tickets. It's amazing. It's gonna be an amazing event, and I know that every time there has been a UME, which is about 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, there's been we did our first one in 2011 to 2018. So there's been 7. This will be the 8th. No, 6, 7, 8. No, this will be the 9th. This will be the 9th.
The 9th.
Yeah.
The 9th.
This will be. This is the last one. So this is kind of.
Oh, so this is finito. That's it.
Yeah, I'm doing something new next year.
Yeah, oh, that's right. He did say
I'm working on something new. I was looking at probably rebuilding it again, but I want to start a new chapter next year.
There you go.
Maybe something hybrid. You know, we'll see what the light bulb. That's why I've got a light bulb that comes on. And
it's a pretty big light bulb.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I want you to know that here at Rockin' Rudy on the Scene Live on 97.7 FM The City, we would most definitely love for you to come over here. And once you get that brainchild working and going, we can do that here for you.
That might be in 5 minutes.
There you go. There it is. You know, the show's still going on.
I might come back and tell you this is what I'm doing next year.
Hey, help me in saying a big old shout out to the Melody House Mansion in Harlingen. Give them a big old shout out if you would.
Yeah,
Melody
absolutely.
House Mansion.
A big shout out to the Melody House Mansion in Harlingen.
And I just want to say that right now. I wanted him to say that because I want to let you know that April the 13th, I'm thinking of Deadmau5 already. The tickets. April the 13th, we're going to have the Windy City Mad Boys. They're known as Lit Music Group, and they're going to be down here on April the 13th, and they're going to be rocking the stage there at the Melody House Mansion. $10 tickets. Doors open up at 8. Show starts at 9. BYOB. Get there early so you can get a good spot so you can be able to see these guys. Meet and greet also. Food trucks. There's going to be vendors, and from what I understand, also setups and stuff. So Melody House Mansion, Mr. Worm, Mr. Man, and Robbie Allright are the creators and owners.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about that place. Nice. My boy Bravo is one of my DJs. He DJs there.
He DJs there. Bravo did there. He was there too also for Lil Flip. I remember that.
Yeah, Little Flip. I've done Little Flip as well. I've had Little Flip in concert.
Little Flipping concert, exactly. It's great people. There's great people there at the Melody House Mansion in Harlingen. Go check it out. April the 13th. Tickets will be going on sale soon. Get ready for that. And also, a real big shout out to my Aunt Lucy up in San Antonio. It's her birthday today. Oh. So happy birthday, Tia.
Happy birthday, Tia.
Tia, there you go.
That's a great day. It's my birthday tomorrow.
And his birthday's tomorrow. Oh, that's right. It's your birthday tomorrow.
That's why we're having the interview today.
That's why we did the interview today. Well, I did say there was because of a special person for a special reason. I didn't let him know why, but now we did. I was going to say that spill the beans, but he did it for me. Yes, tomorrow is his birthday, but we're celebrating today because the old wifey, said I get something planned, right?
I was going to come in tomorrow, but the wife has plans for me, so we compromised. But you got a good guy coming in tomorrow with no vax.
Well, that's fine. It's great. This is what it's called. We'll make room for you, and trust me, we made room for Mr. Paul and Paul McGee. He is a tremendous person, like I said, very humble, and he is truly true to heart to what he does. It's like me, for me, for what we do, with the mix master and everything like that, with our music, our voiceovers, our MCing, everything like that. For me, it's not just a job; it's a passion.
Right.
I don't do it just to do it. I do it to create and to give you people a satisfaction that when you come to our shows, you're going to leave happy. And that's what it is. And that's why us, the mix masters, we are where we're at. We're blessed. We really are. And blessings to all you and your family as well, too. No matter what it is that you're doing, as long as you're good at it and you're making money, you're good at it and you're making money. What we would like for you to do, if you got that talent, give us a call, 956-789-0702. And also for your chance to win tickets to go check out Dead Mouse.
Yep, the last UME.
The last UME.
One more, as Daft Punk say, one more time.
One more time, Daft Punk say. Guys, don't forget, 2 songs, all I need. You get these 2 tickets. You can pick them up tomorrow right here at the studio, and we'll give you all that details when you do call it in. I also want to let you know real quick that we have a winner.
Warm called.
Warm?
Yeah.
Warm.
He wants to know if he qualifies to win tickets.
No, he does not qualify to win tickets because.
Then we go to the second call, which is Hugo Diaz.
Hugo Diaz.
The songs Not Exactly and For Where.
Not exactly, and for where?
Yeah, for and W.
Yeah.
That's correct. There you go.
Congratulations to Hugo Diaz.
Congratulations.
Well done, Hugo.
Way to go, Hugo Diaz.
I'll see you I'll see you and me at the UME, Hugo.
Are you on the phone? Give me a second. Here we go. All righty. Hugo.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir? This is ROCKNRUDY with you, and this is Paul McGee.
How you doing, Hugo?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Well,
Just listening to the podcast.
Well, congratulations, and I want to say congratulations to you for winning the tickets. You know where we're at, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just come on by tomorrow, and come claim your tickets.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
Will you?
What time?
Well, we'll be here by 8. So anytime after 8 o'clock. Try to be here by 7:45. So like that, you can get tickets before the show starts. But yeah, and then also you'll get a chance to meet Novaks.
Awesome.
Cool. All righty. So congratulations once again, and we will see you, Hugo. And don't forget to bring your ID because I want to make sure it's you. And do you know who you're gonna take?
Not yet. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna invite my best friend.
Okay. I figured you would take some girl down the street or something, but okay, your best friend will work too. No problem.
Have you ever been to a Global Groove event before, Hugo?
No, not yet.
Wow. He's popping his cherry.
There you go. Popping your cherry. It's going to be the first time for you. So congratulations once again, Hugo. And we look forward to seeing you. And we'll go ahead and we'll take pictures and do a little promo so everybody can know who you are. And then maybe they're going to say, hey, I'll give you $1 for it. Or you never know.
Something, right? All right.
There you go, Hugo. Well, congratulations once again. And thank you very much for tuning in to 97.7 FM The City, okay?
All right. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
There you go. That was Hugo. And by the way, the back voice that you're hearing right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is Joe Martinez. He's a tremendous, awesome man too. And I didn't think about this, but somebody threw it at me and said, "Why don't you get Joe to come out on the podcast?" And I'm like, because Joe already comes out on a podcast, but that's okay. We can still put him on it because it is Mr. Martinez. He is a very talented person. Let me tell you. Before we go, do you have any shout outs? Anybody you want to say hi to or whatever besides your kids and your
woman? Obviously, my kids. I love my kids to pieces. It's my birthday tomorrow. It's going to be a special day. I want to celebrate it with everybody from the Rio Grande Valley in 10 days at the UME. So get your tickets, umespi.com. I'm easy to find on Facebook. It's very easy. Paul Groove, Groove. So it's my last name, my first name and the last name of my company. So Facebook /Paul Groove, and just thank you for everyone that's been supporting Global Groove events, whether it's the UME, Winter Fantasy, My Ode Dance, Heartbeat, all the branded events that I've done over the last 14 years. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to me and my family. So yeah, just giving you guys love, and hope to see you all on Saturday the 30th, Semana Santa weekend at Beach Park for the UME one more time, featuring Deadmau5, Wax Motif, Tom and Collins, and your local favorites. Get your tickets now, guys. Thanks.
There you go. Don't forget, UME, you can go check it out on the 30th, next Saturday, at the SPI. Okay, so it's UMESPI.com, Bootjack
locations.
And you can call or check out Paul McGee on Facebook at
Paul Groove
and Facebook. Okay, and congratulations to Ugo for winning the tickets. We are so excited that, or I am really tremendously excited that Mr. Paul McGee was here.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I know. Well, thank you for agreeing to do this and taking a little break.
It always makes you feel special to be invited onto a show. It's always it's always a pleasure.
100 miles an hour. I'm way over here in Rio Grande City.
I remember back in the old days, going on the radio stations, my palms would be sweaty and I'd be stuttering, and now it's just it just comes natural.
Right? Yeah. It's within time.
Even worse on TV.
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
TV's a tough one, but yeah,
it is. Don't forget the 30th, next Saturday, the UME extravaganza going on.
One more time,
the last time, and then next year something new. Get ready for that. Anybody else you want to send a shout out to?
Just a shout out to everybody. Love. Always your loved ones. Always tell them that you love them. We live in a world where anything can happen at any time. Just I'm just manifesting love to everybody, and just look out for each other. Love your family, love your loved ones, and be safe out there, guys. And make sure you come to the UME next Saturday. Make sure.
You already know how to get tickets, so get your tickets while they're hot, because they're going like pancakes. Let me tell you. I want to send out a special shout out to all the beautiful people out there. Of course, to everybody listening on 97.7 FM The City and the live podcast, Rock and Rudy on the Scene Live. And big old thank you to Mr. Paul McGee once again for taking the time to come over and visit us. Big old thank you to Melody House Mansion for being here to support as well too. And gotta send out a big old shout out and love to my brother Bobby and La China and all the mix masters in the house too. My two beautiful daughters, Drenna and Darlene, gotta say hi to them, because if I don't, my youngest one, which is my birthday gift, will call me and give me grief about it. And then of course my grandson, my handsome little grandson there, Carson. Big old shout out to Mr. Joe Martinez and the crew, 97.7 FM The City, and my crew here, which is of course Melody House Mansion as well. And if I'm forgetting somebody, I apologize. Big old shout out to my tia Margaret in Harlingen.
That's why you just got to say shout out to everybody.
Shout out to
that
everybody.
way you don't miss anybody.
Nobody gets missed, right? Shout out to I gotta say shout out to Julissa. She sent me a text and said, "Don't forget to say hi to me. I'm saying hi to you, Julissa." Ivette.
Oh yeah,
said,
I know Julissa. Yeah,
say hi to Ivette.
Yes.
Say Ivette.
Yeah, I know Julissa.
Yeah, say Ivette.
Ivette.
There you go, Ivette. I told you I was gonna make him say your name. And a big old shout out to Samantha, Esmer. Guys, girls, be careful out there. You can be safe, most of all. You got to love your people. Like he was saying, love your loved ones, because you can be here today. You never know about tomorrow, because it's not guaranteed. You can break up and then you're solo. Big old shout outs to Laura. Big old shout out to Nancy. Big old shout out to Ricky.
God, you know a lot of women.
What?
What about the boys?
I don't hang around with boys. But we're gonna have it's a.
Can you throw in my daughters while you're at it? Sophia, Scarlett, and
Sophia, Scarlett,
and Skylar.
Skylar. You almost forgot his own daughter.
All my kids' names begin with S's.
Sophia, Scarlett, and Skylar.
Yeah,
and the guys, what are the boys' names?
The boys' names are Sebastian, Samuel, and Sonny.
There you go. Yeah. All S's too.
All S's, yeah.
Boy S's, girl S's.
Boys and girls.
They should just call
S's.
you S.
Yeah, I was running out of S's. Way
to go, S. Like that, real cool.
The last, and they range in. My eldest daughter just turned 21, and my youngest son just turned 20 months. Actually,
20 months and
21. 20 months tomorrow. So he was,
Wow.
yeah,
he was born on your birthday.
Well, he was born on the 21st but of July.
Oh, of July.
He's not 2 tomorrow. He's 20 months tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, he was July. Mine's March.
No, yeah, my baby girl, she was born. My darling, she was born on my birthday. I was born at 5:36, and she was born at 5:36.
It's a nice present.
It is. It was a big blessing, you know, and it's just tremendously. They're beautiful girls, very smart, very educated.
Likewise, my children are as well. Academically, they're brilliant.
Yeah,
I don't know where they get it from because I'm a high school dropout.
Well, it's like I tell everybody, you know, my girls got their brains from their mom, but they got the good looks, you know. To the day I die, that's what it is, you know. But ladies are beautiful.
I didn't know you was a comedian as well.
You know, I do comedy shows every once in a while. You'd expect a show like this. Yeah, don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses on your way out, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, big old shout out to all you beautiful people once again for tuning in and listening to my podcast, Rock and Rudy on the Scene Live. And this is what it's all about. Bringing awesome talent, people who make it happen, creators, inventors, and they put their foot down, and when they say this is the way it's going to be done, this is the way it's going to be done. And Paul, 14 years you've been doing this, you said, or this
14 years. People think that I've been doing it for 14 years. That's when they, you know, the Tiesto has been 14 years, but I've been doing it a lot longer than a lot longer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, you know, he doesn't.
I don't even want to say how long because it's going to make me sound so old.
Well, don't say how. Don't. We don't want you to do that, okay?
Yeah, no, I was doing artists like you know, Ludacris when he came out with the Chicken and Beer album.
My God, that was a long time ago.
It was. And just to let you know,
that was like
the agents, William Morris agents, said they had. You know, hey Paul, can we put an opening artist for, you know, X amount of money on, you know, not a lot of money, and they offered me 3 artists, and at the time they didn't have any hits out, but they offered me. I said, yeah, sure, but Ludacris was the big. He's big again now. He's done a 360 with his acting career, and some of my friends are doing him. They're doing. I just seen them announce a show with him and T.I. That's 2 artists that I did very successfully. But to go back to what I was saying. I was offered for $7,500, and believe me, there's a lot more than that these days. We've got a guy by the name of Kanye West, and we got a group by the name of Black Eyed Peas, and the third one was David Banner. Remember David Banner?
David Banner, wasn't that the Incredible Hulk?
He's I think he's a Memphis guy. Yeah, he had a hit. He was the only one that had a hit out at the time, and the others hadn't even had a hit out yet. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take David Banner. It wouldn't have affected the outcome of the event in terms of attendance, but it looked damn good on my portfolio.
There you go.
Yeah, I did Kanye West, I did Lady Gaga, I did Kane Brown.
Wow, he's got an amazing portfolio that we need to check it out and go over and just sit there one of these days and talk some more. As a matter of fact, you're more than welcome to come to the show.
I appreciate it.
Whenever
Thank you,
you're here, and also once you get that new brainchild going on, let us know. Bring it over here, and
I'll release it here.
We'll
do a special release.
You heard him? He'll do a special release, Mr. Martinez. We're good with that. Look at big old thumbs up, big old smile.
He's happy.
Yeah, big old smile. He's ear to ear.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages, my name is Rock and Rudy, and this is my show, Rock and Rudy on the Scene Live, my podcast. And I love it, especially when you have somebody as great, as awesome, as humble, as gifted, talented. My
brain's going to explode in a minute. Honestly, my head's getting bigger. Don't do it. Don't say anything else.
If I keep going, you heard him. He's going to blow up. Before we go, Mr. McGee, happy birthday. And I want to sing happy birthday to you. So, guys, join in singing happy birthday with me out there, too. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Paul McGee. Happy birthday to you. All right.
I definitely feel the love.
There you go. There you go. And I'm going to tell you what. I didn't know I was a singer either, but there you go.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
We thank you for real.
It means a lot. Another year around the sun, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By the time you know it, you'll be already right here again next year telling us about your new brainchild.
Well, it'll be before next year.
There you go. Well, before next year,
in a few months, you got to advertise these festivals 8, 9, 10 months out these days.
Yeah. Yeah, just to get the crowd to keep going and come over. And then those that know, and those that don't, teach the ones that don't, so like that they can know and they can be here too.
Leave no stone unturned.
There you go. Everybody needs a helping hand.
Yeah. And
we would like to be the ones to help you with that hand. But Valley, you've got the talent. I've got the show. Come on over. Give us a call, 956-789-0702. And speak with Joe Martinez, and he'll tell you what we're doing and when you can come on the show. And I guess that would be it for us today. This is it for today. Don't forget, tomorrow at 8 p.m. right here on 97.7 FM The City, Rockin' Rudy on the Scene Live is going to bring Novax. So get ready for that. Novax is a tremendous DJ that is going to be talking about his experience, and Paul McGee as well. Paul, if you're in the area running around, you want to come by and say hi, Novax will be here.
I'm more than likely to be running around selling tickets.
Of course.
I've already got orders for Brownsville. I've already got about 10 orders for Brownsville. So I'll be in Brownsville first thing in the morning.
There you go.
Yeah, I could cover 300 miles in a day in the Rio Grande Valley.
Wow.
South Padre, Brownsville, Weslaco, Mercedes, Harlingen, everywhere.
And they call you, you'll run.
McAllen, Mission, wherever they are, I'll go. Yeah. I'll go to them for sure.
Wow, nice.
I'll get in my car. I live in Mission, and I'll get in my car. And somebody wants tickets in Brownsville, I'll go to Brownsville.
There you go. Dedication, hard work, inspiration.
Definitely some perspiration, that's for sure.
Hey, degree got nothing to hold on this guy right here. Let me tell you, Paul. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
We appreciate having you. You be careful out there on the road. You all see Paul on the road, give him a honk. Woo, so buy the tickets. And we'll see you at the UME next Saturday.
10 days away, guys. March 30th, Beach Water Park, Semana Santa weekend.
There you go, Beach Water Park. You guys ready to go and enjoy the ultimate music experience? Because I know I am. I'm gonna be over there. You guys see me over there, don't be afraid to say hi, take a picture with me. I don't mind, of course. But everybody, y'all have a good night. Be blessed. Rockin' Rudy on the Scene Live with Mr. Paul McGee, 97.7 FM The City, KCYP. Thank you for having us. Good night. God bless.
Thank you.
You're listening to KCYP 97 FM The City. Tonight's podcast with Rockin' Rudy on the Scene Live. And now, Rockin' Rudy.